Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today I'm going to do the requested art doll quilt that I've been doing, my odd girl. And as you can see, I already did this part, and I'm going to build a quilt for her. She's not already done. She's not done yet, but I'm going to do some beading and some other things in here. But I'm going to show you how I started her. And when I add her onto the quilt, I'm going to put legs, like doll legs, and maybe doll arms. So we shall see. She'll have doll parts. Anyway, so you can see, I'm going to show you how I did the eyes and how I did this. If you're not familiar with Odd Girls, or my Odd Girls, on my YouTube there are so many videos of me doing them. And what I did, and why I started them, was because people would always ask me how to draw faces. And, you know, I do all kinds of different faces, and draw and all that kind of thing. And some people don't feel like they can, which I think everybody can. But, so I came up with this, where things, you know, are not symmetrical and things don't look right. You can see her eyes are like that. Sometimes I do a smaller eye and a bigger eye. There's a million things you can do. I just used yarn for her hair, but you can use all kinds of stuff. I have the, like the felt, where you could use it. You can use paint. You can use whatever you want. Here, I just used some paint for this one, so we can, you know, so you can, all different kind of things. Okay, so one of the things that I love is my acrylic paint and turning it into a, what do you call it, a fabric paint. And this stuff is fantastic. It is folk art textile medium. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I mix it with my acrylic paints to paint. But what else I have is the Fabric Creations from Plaid, and I use this as well. And I've been having to mix because I'm running out of certain colors in the Fabric Creations, because I've been making crazy quilts and all kinds of stuff. Now I'll show you this. This is not a doll, and I'm getting ready to embroider it with beads and all that kind of stuff. So all kinds of just cool, I mean, using metallics, and I love it. Okay, so this is what this is, and I put some leopard fabric on top of the tool that I used, and you can see the tool, and this is fabric underneath that I made using the Fabric Creations. So there's so many great things to do, and this is, I mean, she's like a, I just made a doll. I could stuff her at this point. I could put a backing on her and stuff her, and she could just have fun sitting there. So that's that. So let me just show you real quick. I'll show you the beginnings, and then, you know, if you want to see more and more how I continued on to make it, I sure will. I have this sitting here. I'm going to lay that over here. This is just a piece of muslin, and it's very inexpensive at your fabric store, but you can use paper. I mean, you can use whatever you want, but this is what I'm going to start with. And all I do is I take a piece of this. I'll use it over this way. I just have cardboard down here on my, look at that, look, my iron and thing, it's all destroyed. And then what I do is go for a shape of a head. And I always like to, I'm going to do this one smaller. I hope you can see this, because I'm on Emily's camera and I can't really see it. So I kind of go down in a point, and then I bring it back up in a point. And you can make this as round on the bottom or as pointy as you want. It's not a big deal, just kind of go with it. And you see it kind of looks like a duck head or something. I don't know. And then you can put her little neck like that. Let me see. Yeah, you can see it. So you see, that's all I did. And then what I like to do is go in and paint. So I'm going to go in with some of the nude from the Fabric Creations, and you give it a good shake. I'm going to just squirt it out here. And this already has the medium in it that you want to use. And I'm just going to get it on my brush, and I'm going in. And you can see I'm not This is not a pristine, you know, face or anything like that. It's just getting in. And I don't worry about the pencil lines. You definitely can erase them if you want, but by the time you do hair and everything, it doesn't matter. These are to be fun and not to worry too much about. And I love doing, you know, you could do this with kids. I just love doing this when I feel I'm inspired and I don't feel like thinking too much, or my brain just won't let me think too much into being creative. And you can see it goes on like that, very easy. Okay, and then what I like to do, now I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to show you one I did. And you can see I'm using the cardboard, it soaks through. You can use, I use these dividers, plastic dividers. I use all kinds of stuff, whatever I have sitting around. And this is one I did earlier and it's dry. So let me see here. Let's do it this way. I think I drew it. You can see how I kind of drew it like that. So you can see the difference, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever way it comes out. She could be this pointed, and if you draw it and you don't dig it, just redo it. And muslin is so inexpensive, and you can use your coupon at Joann's and get, I think I got like 5 yards Emily got me, and used my 50% off, so can't go wrong. Then what I did was I have some fabric, and let me just show you what I did here. These are fabrics I made, as you can see. These came from a piece of fabric that I have. And I also have, I like to go and buy just a quarter yard, but you can see I have this pink that I can cut the circles out of. The black, I think I've already showed you guys the different black fabric. That's under there. But anyway, so at this point you can decide, you know, what do you want to do? You can make them 2 different colors. And I put them outside the face. You can put them inside. You can do whatever you want. I just think it makes it adds a little bit more something to it. But I think on this one, I will use the purple. I'm just going to move these. Or you can just do white. You can see here, if you want to just do white, cut white out of paper or fabric, and then you can use that just as, you know, just as well. So I'm going to use these. Now, another thing that I love is this Mod Podge fabric tissue glue. Oh, it's fantastic. It dries very quickly, and it just does the deed. So all I'm going to do is pick what side I want to be up. I'm going to take my glue, and I'm just going to put it on here. And you don't have to put it all the way to the edges or whatever, because if you want to sew it, you can use your sewing machine, or I use thread and embroidery floss and my sewing machine, but whatever way you want to do it. And then don't think about it too much, just lay it down. Give it a tap, and there's number 1, and then going in for number 2. Does not have to be even, does not have to be the same size, does not have to be anything in particular. And if you're like, oh, you know, I want it up more, I want it out more, just move it. Doesn't matter. Just kind of give it a tap down. Make sure you cover your glue, because I end up spilling stuff everywhere. And so right there we have our face, our little eye. Now what I like to do is just you could take a pencil, you could take a marker. I like using permanent markers, you know, a Sharpie, a Bic. Maybe I'll use my Bic over here. And this is just a Bic Market Ultra Fine Point permanent marker. It's like in a honey brown color. And that's, you can see how thin it is. And now I'm going to go in, I have to turn it this way because the way my wrists and hands work. Now I'm going to go in and just do a nose and mouth. If you're not confident and you want to use pencil, just take your pencil. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to do it very lightly, just so I can see it. And I just do a little like that, and then the mouth. And I'll show you this before I trace it. Nothing has to be in proportion. Nothing has to be anywhere. Okay. Let me see here. There you go. Can you see? That's as easy as it is. And then I take my marker and I'll go over it. Like that. Like that. Just like that. And then what I like to do is I'll go in and trace the outside of the head. You don't have to. But I like to just because then I know exactly where I'm at. Like I said, you don't have to though. And it doesn't have to be spot on because we're going to put hair, so it's not going to matter too much. And now, I don't know if you noticed, but on her, let's see, I put eyelids. And all that is, I'm going to show you real quick, is I take, now you can do this 1,000,006 different ways. You can measure, you can, you know, I don't measure. I'm just going to take a piece of my muslin and I'm going to fold it in half. And you can do this, you don't have to draw it or not. I usually don't, but I'm going to. You can kind of draw a circle. And remember, even though you draw it, you can cut it bigger. And then I'm just going to go in with the biggest scissors on earth and move it around. I like to move the fabric more than my scissors because I think it just works better for me, but of course, do you, boo, do you. And now I have the eyelid. Now, I'm going to cut this. This might be too small. Maybe I want a bigger one, but we'll see. And remember, perfection's not what we're going for. Yeah, that's good. Because this is, we can cover that with hair. This isn't about making it so spot on. You see? And if you want it a little bigger, cut it a little bigger. Let's see, I'm just going to go freestyle. I'm going to go like this. Because those eyes are pretty big. Who knows? Knowing me, it won't be that much bigger, but... Now I got two of them, and let's see what happens. Okay, yeah. Okay. So then, maybe I don't want those, but save these because you never know when you're going to use them. I think... I think I'm going to use these. I'm just going to cut it a little flat. Like that. Yeah. And you see I'm just trimming it up just the littlest bit. Probably would be better if I grabbed my other scissors, but I'm lazy today. There we go. And you see? And then we'll do the same here. Just a little bit. And you don't have to put eyelids. Totally up to you. Get it how you want it. And you can see that one's a little higher. Where the heck are my good scissors? My other scissors. These are great fabric scissors, like to cut fabric and stuff, but not for little stuff. Okay. So there you go. And you can move them up, do whatever you want to do. Take off the extra little pieces. And maybe I'll fold it the littlest bit. Yeah, I'll do like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to go in again with the fabric glue. once you're happy with where it's at, just give it a push down. And this dries really fast, so don't keep like touching it or pushing it down, because once you lay it down to where you want it, leave it be. Okay. And there we go. Oh, come on. Now see, that was stuck to my finger. Get down there, buddy. There we go. Okay. And now I'll close this again. And so far, so good. Now, if you want to do her pupils, like the black one had already circles in it, but of course, you can add your own. Sometimes I do these different sizes. Sometimes I do the pupils different sizes. So for instance, I'll do... I'm doing with pencil first, so you can definitely know where you're putting it. And then I'll go in with my black marker or paint, whatever you have, just so I know exactly where it's at. Okay. And then you can use a black Sharpie or whatever you have, paint, and color them in. If you want the pupil to be a different color, like David Bowie do the other pupil, you know, a different color. It doesn't matter. And this is just laying all the color down. This isn't, you know, you're not worrying about all the little details and all right now. On the other one, I have baby doll eyelashes. And I'll be using probably those to put, you know, to do that on there. And then what I like to do is to figure out the neck. So it could be a very thin neck, it could be a thick neck. I'm just going to kind of start here. You know, and I can alter that. I'm going to stitch all that, so I'm not too worried. I just want it to grab. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to set this up here. Now for hair. Again, this fabric tissue Mod Podge is the best stuff ever. I got to get me some more. And I have this yarn, okay? Now, you can use, obviously I use that in here, in the yarn, but, as her hair, but you can use whatever you want. If you want to use the felt, if you want to use paint, if you want to use, like I showed you in the beginning, you can use anything that you want, anything that you have. Paper towels. If you take a paper towel, and if you guys want me to do, you know, more of a better demo with doing hair, I can do strictly just different hairs. But take a paper towel, and you can go to the dollar store and get these, you know, get cheap paper towels. That's what I like for my art room. And then you can just twist. You can wet it if you want. You can put paint on it or whatever and twist it up. You could wrap it in thread, glitter, whatever you have. And then you can use this as your hair as well. I've used tissue paper. I have an iGirl that actually sold of a painting I did, and I used tissue paper. I've used yarn. I've used so many different things. But look how fun. And you could paint this before or after, or I don't think I have any sitting here. Let me see. My paper towels. Let me see. Maybe this is good. Oh, I just ripped my paper towel. Okay. I have this sitting here, which, you know, I use to do my paintbrush and all. So, you know, you clean up your messes, you wipe off the paint and all, and then twist it. And you can get several pieces out of here, but you just kind of give it a twist or whatever, and then you got hair. So you see, don't think that you have to have tons of money. I'm showing products that I love, that I use all the time, and which I'm going to use this crimson in the Fabric Creations in a second, but like the Mod Podge and stuff like that, because I absolutely love it. It makes my life so much easier. But you can use white school glue. You can use your glue gun. You can use whatever you want. I think I just kicked my camera. I'm sorry. Okay, so you can see, so we're going to do that in a second, but I'm going to take, this is, like I said, this is the Fabric Creations in Crimson. I'm like way up here today, right here. And I'm going to take my small paintbrush and I'm going to paint in them lips. Now I'm going to have a little gothy one. And see, I just dried my brush and everything on there. I'm going to have a gothy odd girl come up too. I'm doing soon on the Art Quilt. And then I just go in and lay down the color. Now listen, you can use gelatos, you can use oil pastels, you can use anything that you have. Now I'm going off the lines a little bit, that's okay. I will go over it with some black paint or a marker to kind of fine that up, you know, when I'm done. This is just going to lay the color down. Use a Q-tip. This is just a 6 flat from Plaid. And you can buy Plaid at your local craft store, Joann's, AC Moore, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and use a coupon. So you can get a package of paintbrushes and all kinds of stuff. Keep your eyes open because I will be having a little giveaway coming up with a package of Plaid paintbrushes. And maybe a couple other things. I have to mail out my last winner. I just have not left the house, so I have to get that out tomorrow. Okay, so you can see very, very easy. It dries. This already has the, like I said, the medium in it, so these are great to use. But and even if you only go and pick certain colors, if you go pick the face color in the fabric paints and a lip color that you like, you know what I mean? And then you just get a couple. Nobody says you have to go crazy. Now for the eyebrows, I'm going to use this again. And her eyebrows are going to be high. And I'm okay with that. Everybody always says that the faces I make are kind of a little mean. Must be my mood lately. But I don't care. Okay. So there you see, very simple, the face. Now, I like to take the, I keep putting this back. I'm telling you, when I tell you I spill, I'm not a liar. I do. I'm going to take my brush again, clean it off, dry it off. And I got my fabric tissue. I'm just going to show you a couple of these for now. And I just take a piece. I'm going to lay it over and see where I want it. You know what? Maybe, but that's how you would do that. Maybe I will do this and just show you guys while I'm doing it. So I'm just going to take this piece that I have and just cut it into strips. Tearing it, not worrying too much about it. I don't like to be too fussy. I'm going to just do 3 strips. I'll show you. Why not? And you can cut with your scissors. You do whatever you want. Alright, so then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to throw some of this glue in here. Again, use a glue stick. Use whatever you have. These are things I absolutely love and I recommend, but you definitely can use other things, especially if you're starting out. So many of you, I have so many wonderful new subscribers, and you guys, you know, a lot of you are just starting out, and you asked me for beginner videos on a lot of things, and I thought, you know, I love showing things that you can use at home. So I thought this would be a fun thing to do, and show you different ways. So you see that, and then going to do little folds. Don't be afraid to get glue on your hands. because one of the best things is to do is to glue it. Get glue on your hands and peel it off. Okay, now I'm going to do a little twist. Very loosely twist. Can you see I'm not worrying too much? Okay. Giving it a little squeeze. And then I'm going to take some more of this and I'm going to lay it where I want this to lay and connect. I am going to not worry. I'm going to put it right down that eye. I'm not going to worry too much about how long it is or anything yet, because I can either add more or take away. Okay, I'll just kind of lay it here, give it a push. If you see a little piece sticking out, just push it down in the glue. Oh, she can have a weird hairdo, like one of the short bobs I wish I could wear, but my face is too fat. Okay, and then we'll just lay it down. That's what we'll do. There we go. No harm, no foul. This isn't this, you know what I mean? Because we're going to put stuff there anyway, and it'll dry, and it's no big deal. And I'm loving her so far. All right, and like I said, you could take a little bit of glue and kind of plop it under there, and stick it down if it bothers you, or wait till you get it all down and then do it. It's up to you. Sometimes I get very OCD about things. Other times, okay. So you could put, like I said, I got my camera cut off, but you could put glue over top of this if you want to make sure that it sticks, but I'm going to wait until it's done because I like to have that texture. And again, you can put glitter or fibers or whatever you want on top, glitter glue. And if you guys do this, I can't remember if I said this before I cut off, tag me everywhere. All my info is down below. I'd love to see you guys do it. Okay, or what you guys come up with. All right, so I'm digging that. That happened not accidentally, but that wasn't what I had planned. Okay, so next, as you can see, I didn't leave enough fabric here to do a dress, but I'm not worrying about that because I cut this fabric away anyway once I have the dress or whatever I'm putting on top of her. Today, I don't think I'm going to do the purple. You know what? I'm going to wait and see if you guys want to see the next part of this or, you know, that kind of thing. And then I'll continue on. I don't want to do a humongously long video. And maybe you guys aren't digging it, and you know what I'm saying. So if you do, please give me a thumbs up and let me know down below that you'd like to see the next step in this. We will add the next time, if you want, we'll do the dress and this. And you can see, like I said, on the back, this is what it looks like. But I didn't do it on here, and I'm not worrying about it. I'll just fix it, you know, a different way. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you want me to continue on. So as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much, and thanks for being patient with me and my uploading schedule. Things have been a little crazy. I'm hoping to get back on it. And let me think, can I see? And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.